It's Ana Caban, brand ambassador for Balanced Body, coming to you from Los Angeles, California, continuing down our journey of navigating our new normal. And today our guest is coming to us from Poland. We have Jacqueline Martin. Hey, Jacqueline.
Hello, good morning.
Can you tell us a little bit about yourself for those that don't know you?
I'm the owner and teacher of Lineage Pilates, and I was in Vancouver for 30 some years, actually Vancouver Island and Vancouver. And then I moved to Poland last year in January to keep spreading the classical work of the method in Poland. And I met Majola, one of my Polish teachers, brand new in Vancouver in 2016. And then she asked me to come to Poland for a conference and if I was interested in coming. And I said, sure. And then everything led to me moving to Poland and started a teacher training in Poland. And yes.
That's so interesting and so exciting. I want to hear more about that later. So how is Jacqueline navigating this very unusual, very unprecedented time? On a personal note, what are you doing to keep you sane?
To be honest, this is actually my world. Being in Poland especially, and even in Vancouver, is I'm alone, I'm single, I live alone. And I used to have 2 Maine Coon cats that passed away. So I do miss them, but I know they're with me. But I basically, I don't go out really. I used to be extrovert and I became such an introvert and I don't socialize much. So I stay with me and I'm so comfortable with me. I love cooking. And right now I'm really enjoying different cooking dishes, nothing fancy, because we're very lucky here to still have the grocery store and the health food store open. I take care of my practices. So every day I practice, Monday through Sunday. I go for my limited walks, but I make them present. So I don't bring my phone. One thing I leave is my phone. And when I go out with my mask, I stay present. I stay present in, even though the parks are closed and the beaches, well, not beaches here, but the parks, I will go to the little trails and really be present to Mother Nature. I mean, right now here, the birds are just singing everywhere and it's just so grounding. And, I read. I spend time in the morning doing my coffee and really kind of tune in to who I am and really enjoying the silence, because even now we don't even have traffic and the people in the street is less and less. So it's just, for me, it's really how I live. And it's really deepening now my practices as well.
I love what you're saying, and it's something I've heard from other people as well, is that they're taking this quiet, this calm, and being self-reflective. I also notice here in California, the birds, it's like they're having a party outside. They're so happy.
Yes, I know. It's
wonderful.
Like the crows get together and the pigeon and the little, it's just, yes.
It's really fun. So how has your business changed professionally? Obviously, you had to make an adjustment. And what does that look like for you?
I've been teaching online since 2016. And actually, the clients I had in Vancouver, when I used to go on business trips, they kept the Pilates through Skype. And when I went to Poland the first time in 2017 for the conference, when I met all the teachers that wanted to train with me, when I came home, I started Skyping with them. And it's funny because when in 2018, when I was going back and forth, because I went back and forth 5 times in 2018 before moving beginning of 2019, every time I came back to Canada, they had to do the session online and they were all complaining about that. And I said, this is the way of the future. And also the fact that when I graduated and when I took the work with Jay in 2015, I actually was thinking, and I was telling my teachers that I actually took more Zoom or Skype lessons than hands-on since 2015 with Jay, right? So again, there's something to be said about that, because through Zoom, and the thing about, the difference is, if you really deepen your work and practice and really feel the method in your body, you can connect through it anywhere. Doesn't have to be hands-on, you know, through that screen. And the thing is, now people are going to see much more who is real and who is not. The screen is going to reveal a lot more. So by really practicing and deepening this work with your own and taking the classes, but also with the classes is keeping the purpose in mind. Not just when I bring my Zoom classes to my teachers and the teachers from around the world, it's not just another class, because that's chaos to me. That's just, I might as well do it. I might as well do my own practice. I bring something a little more in depth to that practice. You know, it could be that one cue that everything changes, but really staying on top of staying close. Not just, you know, this is a class, we have so many people, and let's go. You know, and for me, I also bring guest teachers, not through the Pilates world. My contact from prior, from what I used to do before, and really bringing that mix, because part of the method, as Joseph, as we know, look what he did. He just didn't started creating the method just like that. He did a lot of other things before starting to create that. So that's kind of something that I've been really reflecting through my work and through sharing online and keeping it personal, you know, knowing each name, and with the class on Zoom is really watching each one of them. And once in a while grabbing, you know, let's put spotlight on you and get more, and then go back to the next one. So even with my classes, to still that one-on-one and still that one-on-one with the open studio. So for me, it's actually really, it's actually more tiring.
Yeah,
because
you have to really be on.
Me, yes, I bring so much more through the screen. Sometimes then, you know, when we teach, we have the hands-on and we back away the hands-on. But again, it's like we don't really, you know, spend time to really look. And through the screen, you have to, because you can't put your hands on.
Yeah, you have no
again,
choice.
by really knowing your work, you can bring your hands on those bodies without hands on.
I actually really like this modality, doing it through video as a change, because I think it does make you a better instructor. As you just said, it's really easy to be hands-on and let your hands do the talking and not let the client internalize the work. If you're touching them too much, they're thinking about where you're touching. They're not feeling the workout. When we're here, we can only give you the best, clearest, most succinct words so that you can move and you can internalize the exercise. I think there's a lot of benefit to both parties. One, we're not talking and touching as much. And two, the client actually has a moment to make this their workout and not rely on us, which makes them feel more autonomous and more confident in the method, right? Because they now know it. I could go do my mat by myself. I know how to do it. I don't need Jacqueline poking me. I've got this. So I think that it's a great opportunity for each of us to grow and, you know, really stand in our own power with teaching and doing the work.
And creating independence.
Mm-hmm. It's a really, and Pilates is a great tool. When your clients know some work they can do on their own, they will come back joyful, telling you, I was homesick, but I could do my mat work, or I was on vacation and I could do my mat work, and people were really impressed at the gym watching me do this whole routine. I've heard it a million times. They feel really confident and strong, you know, about doing that. So I think this is a great chance for us to strengthen our students to be more independent.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Now, tell me if you have a tip you could share. Maybe it's about doing this Skype and Zoom stuff because you've been doing it a long time, or something else you'd like to share with the instructors that are watching us.
Stay true to the method. Don't mess it up.
Keep it simple.
True. You know, especially these days, really, don't try and motivate people. Just stay true. That's my tip.
Okay, very well said. Now, I know you a little bit. We've spoken in Los Angeles before. There are a lot of people watching that don't know Jacqueline Martin. So what is something perhaps we wouldn't suspect or just wouldn't even know about you?
I was born and raised in Africa, in Ivory Coast, Abidjan, and Africa has always been with me. You know, I left Africa because I had to leave. We had 24 hours to leave. I was 12 years old and we had 24 hours. And we basically took one suitcase and that's it. I left my whole childhood behind. And also that my dad, besides being an engineer to earn money, he actually was an animal whisperer. And I was brought up on a reserve, and he actually worked with the Kruger Park at the time, and he used to rescue orphans. So we had lionesses, I had a boa, I had a chimpanzee, Catherine, that I named for 6 years, and I've learned so much from her. I couldn't get close to the lions. Catherine, I did. We were like this. We were inseparable. And the thing is, she was able to be released in the wild and had babies. So even though, you know, with the reserve and we bring in the animals back in the wild, you're not supposed to touch, which the lions, the lioness, I could not. I could feel them, you know, coming close with the Jeep, but not touching them. But with Catherine, she taught me so much. And when I first met Jay, it was like, oh my God, let's climb trees again. Let's just be wild. Let's just be child play. And because she really brought what life was about, being in the moment, you know, doesn't matter what will happen tomorrow. Climb that tree. Don't think, oh my God, left, right, just climb it. So my childhood was very, very special. And I'm a basically wild girl, you know, playing Jane and Tarzan with Catherine. And I love nature. I mean, that's just animals and nature to me is just, yeah, I can't say more. So that's kind of my little history that maybe some people don't know, that I'm of African, not African Black, but you know, I love those people and I love the country.
That is amazing. I'd love to see photos someday of the animals. That would be really cool. What about something funny to end this interview with? Funny, silly.
When I moved to Poland, I got a car, and I don't speak Polish and never will because it's just too hard. There's no foundation in Polish language. But what happened is I got this car and it has diesel, and I know diesel is not good, you know, for that. But you know, I just had that car. I was able to get it, so I got it. And I was actually one morning I do cold water therapy or the Wim Hof method. So on Sunday morning I got up really early and I go to this lake with this group, and then we go to, you know, the cold therapy. And I realize I need a gas. So I drive to the gas station and I'm thinking, not being present, but again, with the language barrier, I just still knew about gas and diesel. So since I was a bit in a hurry, I just grabbed the pump and filled the tank. And then when I left the gas station, suddenly it was ticking. And I'm like, oh my God, what's happening? So instinctively, instead of going to the lake, which was 25 minutes away, I drove back into my garage, went up, took a U-Bird to go to the cold water because I didn't want to miss that. And then while taking the U-Bird to the cold water therapy, I realized, oh my God, I bet I put gas instead of diesel in the car. And I thought, oh my God, I've just killed the car. Luckily, I did not.
What do they do? Just remove it? How do they fix that?
They actually, because I didn't drive, because the gas station was only like about not even 8 minutes where I live. So instinctively, I didn't push it. I basically went, actually kept it wet, like, because I didn't want to stop. So I basically, the universe really gave me the free way to actually, except for the too wet, I kept going through, went down, and I parked it and I left it. So when I called a mechanic, you know, on Monday, that was Sunday, on Monday, they came in, you know, they were expecting damage, but I was lucky. I just caught it just in time before it got it, you know, it got worse. So,
wow. You'll never make that mistake again. And that's what happens. We do something and go, right. Awesome. Well, thanks for joining us today, Jacqueline. It's so fun for me to speak with people on the other side of the earth. It really makes me notice that we are a small family and we should stay united during this time and at all times. So thank you for being a part of this.
Thank you so much. Give it a
And thank
big
you for
hug.
everyone that's watching us. Yeah, virtual hug. Thank you all for joining us and have a wonderful day and stay safe.